At the edge of Guilt City, two roads diverge like parting friends, and all await the arrival of the Night Post.
Val, do you mind running inside and getting the sun tea from the window? I've almost got everything set up for lunch.
And careful, don't wake Ashley.
Here I was, thinking of jumping into bed with him. Of course, I'll try not to disturb your hubby while he's suffering the ill effects of being caught between two planes of existence.
I really wish you wouldn't say it like that.
Sorry. Is there a more sensitive way to say, your husband's been ripped in twain by interdimensional forces?
Well, I am sorry he needed to pass out as soon as we got here, Clementine. He wanted to come, but I don't know, I think he's getting worse.
I'm worried, not offended. I hope he can get some rest in my... what did you call it? My sad maiden's chamber?
I think that's pretty accurate.
It has a wild number of pillows and blankets. Do you just crawl into all that like a swamp monster or hibernating bear?
You know what they say about girls who sleep with a lot of pillows, right?
No. What do they say?
That there's no room for their night postal colleagues to curl up beside them?
You know what? Never mind.
Val, the tea?
Yes, honey.
Clementine, I swear if this tea is unsweetened.
We will never forget.
That fateful brunch.
Innocently sipping what we thought was delicious iced tea.
Only to discover it was unsweetened.
Ugh.
Ugh.
In my defense, it was lavender infused with dandelion syrup.
Don't. I can still taste it.
Ugh. Unsweetened tea. Where are you even from?
Maybe she's a Skelter spirit, and we've been fooled this entire time.
Maybe you should expand your palates.
Absolutely not.
If there's no sugar in this tea, I will burn your house down.
And I'll help as long as the husband isn't still inside.
You're so aggressive about the unsweet tea I made months ago, but not the multiple crises going on.
Look, I thought we were going to avoid pigeon talk. Didn't you say you wanted a distraction from everything?
It's hard not to think about. I asked Nick if he wanted to join us, but he said all of the postmasters were called to a meeting in Guilt Tower to prepare for the governor's official response plan to the strike, I guess.
So, are they going to respond to the strike? I figured they just waited out forever until half the pigeons in the city were dead.
Yeah, why would Augustine be motivated to act when the problem solves itself? What's a better motivator to return to work than the threat of a miserable death?
Whole stations have returned to their roots. I don't know how long the other strikers can last. It seemed like only a few days and we were crawling back into 103.
We are trendsetters, aren't we?
No one seems to think overalls and jumpsuits are popular, and I've been wearing them for years.
Well, I mean...
It is within your right to dress like that.
Yeah, I think you'd fit right in with a shop full of lesbian mechanics.
If I hadn't spent so much time making all of this food, I would tell you guys to leave my house.
You keep calling it a house.
We should ease off before her ears get any redder. If she gets too angry, she might just kill us and feed us to her pet Skelter beasties.
And no one would know.
Nick would notice we were gone, wouldn't he?
And probably cry sweet tears of joy.
Oh, it's so nice to sit out in the sun. What little sun comes in through these trees.
I've gotten used to being nocturnal, but it does feel good to be reminded that there is life off route.
I thought we needed a distraction, even if it's only long enough to eat a meal together.
And you made all of this yourself? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I don't like cooking for myself, but It feels nice making food for others. I'm not the most talented chef, but it gives me a good excuse to go to the farmer's market.
Lesbians and farmers markets. The jokes really do write themselves.
Some stereotypes exist for a reason. What can I say? You won't be complaining when you try the cobbler I made. My friend at the market shared the recipe with me, and I think it turned out so well.
Wait, is this the 60-something divorcee with the domestic dispute about their chickens booth?
You remembered!
Clementine's friends with everyone at the farmer's market. She's a magnet for the olds and weirds.
Wow. Your attitude was way different when you were carrying a basket of free food.
When did y'all have a chance to go to the farmer's market together? No, forget that. If you're already going to meet her favorite fruit vendors, it's already too late. You're basically married.
Hey, did I tell you about the Skelter beast I've seen in the woods around here?
Yeah, you said something about it. Has it been back recently?
Oh, this summer salad is so delicious. Tastes like avoidance and denial.
That's it. I'm gonna wake Ashley up. Maybe he can remind you to mind your own.
I don't think that's necessary. Milo, I promise, if Val and I elope, you'll be the first person we tell.
Message received. But from the looks of things, y'all are going to be the last ones to know that you're basically retired to a farm where you run like a disabled dog rescue and keep bees or whatever.
Aw, that sounds nice.
Good luck. I thought Wilhelmina was allergic to dogs.
Well, lately her allergies have been the least of her worries. I can't imagine dealing with the backlash she's facing. People can be so cruel, and none of this was her fault.
Folks at Guild Tower must figure that things will either return to what passes for normal, or society as we know it will just completely unravel. Maybe Will won't be tangled up in this for much longer.
Yeah, and this probably sounds silly, but I miss talking to her. I wish she could have joined us.
You invited her?
And the marital bliss is interrupted once again. Y'all really know how to make a guy feel like the last training wheel to be taken off.
That's not an accurate analogy. We're more like an inseparable tricycle.
Or a wheelbarrow. We all need each other to keep going.
And share our collective burden.
Oh great. We're a metaphorical wheelbarrow at the ship factory.
Do y'all feel that?
Feel what?
I don't know how to describe it. It's like someone walked over our graves.
That's vague. Doesn't really mean anything.
I thought we weren't expecting visitors.
We aren't, as far as I know.
Another hungry creature from the Skelter? Come for dinner? Where are they? And what are they even knocking on? A tree or something?
I don't like this.
I guess it's my job as the hostess? Hello? Again?
Ain't polite to leave guests waiting for long. But I reckon you know that already, Miss Keys.
Are you asking to join us?
Do you expect I need an invitation?
No, I doubt my permission means much to you.
Smart lady. What a charming little gathering this is.
Anyone else getting deja vu?
I like to think of it as parallelism. Synchronicity.
Easy on the $2 words. We mortals aren't on the same plane as you, remember?
Is this sweet tea?
Can you even... okay?
Nice day. Shame it can't last.
Are you doing that?
It's It's been an age since I had a chat with my favorite little birds. How's life been treating you?
Just tell us what you want.
Easy, partner. Where's your sense of hospitality?
This asshole.
You're here about our deal, aren't you?
After last we spoke, y'all made quick use of my hint, didn't you? Ran right on to meet your maker, as it were.
We found Block all right, and then she tried to bury us 100 feet underground.
I don't love being reminded of that.
Too bad it had to end that way. I always liked Maya. There was just something about her. Her decisiveness, perhaps. I love a woman who's willing to upset the narrative.
Then why did you send us there?
The strategist was just one piece of the puzzle, as you now know. There's more work to do. Miles to go before we sleep.
If you think we'd make another deal with you...
No, that ain't necessary. Miss Clementine is correct. I'm here for what you owe. The good news is, what I want you to do will help us both.
And the bad news?
I try not to think in terms of good and bad. The choices we make are seldom one or the other.
But you said...
Got any more of that tea?
No.
Just as well. Now, I understand y'all have been treading your nightly paths 2 by 2. Is that right?
Yes.
Obviously you know it is.
That works in our favor. You see, there's a place way down on Flint Trap Road, past the old mill, where the road turns to dirt. A crossroads. You know of it?
It's on my route.
So it is. Now listen close. At this very special crossroads, the path on the left is the continuation of Flint Trap. Leads to some more farmhouses, eventually an abandoned quarry. No doubt you know that already. But the right path, the other road, that one's different. That road's got no name. Never has done. That's where you'll be headed.
Me?
It's no concern to me which of you, or all of you, wants to make the trip. All I care is that you bring the postmaster.
You mean our postmaster? What do you want with Nicholas?
When you get to the crossroads, take the right path, and keep driving. Don't let Best get suspicious. After a while, you'll come to an impasse. Get out of the truck and take the key with you.
What?
I ain't finished. You're gonna take the key and walk away. Not too far, mind. Just out of earshot should do. In 5 minutes, you can come on back. Turn around and be on your merry way.
And Postmaster Best?
Come on now. You really want me to spoil the ending?
Yes, we're not going to help you if we don't know what we're helping you do.
No one can really know the consequences of their actions, can they? But you should have learned that lesson already. We made a deal, and I ain't asking.
You didn't answer the question.
Sometimes I get why Maya found you three so tiring. Mr. Best has been a stone in my boot for quite some time. I'm removing an obstacle.
You mean you'll kill him?
An oversimplification. But as far as you're concerned, yes, Nicholas Best will die.
I don't understand. What do you have against Nicholas? What did he ever do to you?
You know that saying, there's 2 sides to every story? Hogwash. Everyone has a side. And his side, it just don't fit with the story I'm aiming to tell.
Just when I thought you couldn't get any more vague.
You think we'll help you do this just because we owe you? Do not underestimate my ability to welch on a debt.
Weren't you the one hatching your own schemes to get your pesky postmaster out of the way?
Not permanently.
Life's messy like that. Omelet, eggs, you know. You need him gone, or you'll never find what you're looking for. You can believe me or not, but this is the kindest way to do it. I'm freeing 3 birds with 1 stone.
And what if we refuse?
Your debt remains unpaid, and I proceed without you.
And the next time you show up to ask for something, you'll want us to sacrifice baby hedgehogs on a full moon or stab a grandmother or something?
My second request won't be as easy or convenient as this one.
Well, great. We can look forward to whatever's worse than killing your boss.
Technically, they're not asking us to murder Nick, just to be complicit in his untimely demise.
You can't seriously be considering this.
Hey, I'm the one who'd have to do it. I don't want to be responsible for orphaning an innocent turtle.
Don't look so grim, Pigeons. It ain't all bad. After all, I'll be the one doing the heavy lifting. You're just taking a peaceful drive in the country. And besides, old Nick's time has come. Almost a decade as postmaster would weigh on anybody. I reckon he'll be grateful for the chance to rest.
He's not a sick animal or something. Who do you think you're convincing?
Yeah, you're delusional if you think we'll just go along with this. Val, you're awfully quiet.
I'm just thinking.
Think fast, little bird. If I leave here without an agreement, I can't help what suffering might befall Mr. Best. Or you. Patience, girl. We'll get back on the road soon enough.
Your horse looks not right.
You mean her eyes? She's just world-weary, like all of us. I appreciate the invitation to your garden party, but our time is up. What's your answer, Pigeons 3? Will you remove our mutual obstacle and repay your debt?
We will.
We will?
Val,
You're the one who made this deal in the first place, Clem.
that's true, but I...
Yeehaw! In that case, I'll see you at the crossroads, but you won't see me. Oh, and you'll want to think about what to do with your station. An important position is about to open up.
Shit.
All your food.
I'm not really worried about that right now.
Oh, Ashley, honey, just go back inside. We'll take care of this. But I don't know how.
Thank you for joining us on tonight's route. If you'd like to support Station 103, consider joining our Patreon for weekly bonus stories and early episode access. Or check out our Redbubble and coffee shops for Night Post merch and digital story collections. Send a letter to a farmer at the market and tell them about the Night Post.
Hi, my name is Arthur Edwards, and I'm the lead creator and writer of Dreadwood Press Radio. Dreadwood Press Radio follows a radio station in a crime-ridden town called Dreadwood. There's a new host every night for the nightly radio show, where the host is a criminal that comes on to confess their last crime, only to be killed by the next host. In these confessions, you may also hear about a goth cowboy named Dallas Bristol and his ex-lover, Leon Frisk, who owns a magical pawn shop on the edge of town. There's also combinations of Appalachian folklore, as there's something not quite right that lurks in the mountains and the forests surrounding Dreadwood. The town is completely cut off, so you can only imagine what will happen. You can listen to Dreadwood Press Radio wherever you enjoy your podcast. We hope you'll pay us a visit because it is quite the hike. And hey, stay safe out there.